It's the day after Thanksgiving, Black Friday. So let's try to figure these things out. You know what? I've been doing too much lately where I'm just sort of ranting, yapping, if you will, about the way the world works. And I'm not doing any of the investigative stuff that, blows my hair back. Because that's really what I like to do. I like to look into it. I like to figure the things out. So I have a couple of ideas that I have been kicking around in my head that I wanted to just go over, just look up the history of them and see how well what we're told stands up to scrutiny. Got the like, first person here likes the video. It's always good, man. I wish that would happen every time. Everybody that came through would like the video. It's weird that people don't. It's weird that you would watch something for free and not be like, oh, let me pay that person for their entertainment. And if the payment is just you liking or sharing or subbing, you'd think that wouldn't be such a big deal. But apparently it is. So I really wanted to look up the history of Thanksgiving. So let's do that. Let's look up Thanksgiving and just see what we're told about Thanksgiving. Thanksgiving, the Wikipedia holiday. I was watching this card video yesterday. This is an interesting thing. So I'm watching this card video yesterday. It's by a page called Breakout Cards. Dude is a total dork. And pretty sure he's chosen. I know his main partner is, and I just can't help but rip that douchebag apart every time he happens to be in the videos. But he made a video yesterday about Thanksgiving represented in baseball cards, tobacco cards, whatever. It was interesting because, they used to make baseball cards for everything, and I wish I had, like, if I knew how to do videos like My Lunch Break or like Lucius Aurelian or Mind Unveiled or something like that, if I was good at it, like the reason I do this is because I'm stupid. This is all I know how to do. That, and I like the live interaction aspect of things. But I would absolutely do a video on, it's called Liebig or Liebig or something. Liebig is the company. Liebig, Big Lie Cards. And they, in the late 1800s up through the 1900s, they made baseball cards, but they weren't the size of baseball cards. They were, let me see if I have something. There you go. They were like this. And these are just fascinating. Like, when you start letting yourself understand what you're looking at, like this here. So they're big like this. And these cards are so fascinating because they have like, they'll have like hotels from around the world and different cultures, and I mean, everything you can think of, they made cards for it. And it's really kind of shocking. Here, let me show you. eBay. Pull up eBay. Okay. And I'm just gonna put. That didn't work. Why is something going wrong on my eBay? Do I need to update it or something? Restore. Update. All right, we had to do the update. I'll go propaganda for the gladiator professional sports, bread and circuses. Yeah, I mean, yeah. Part of the problem with being us is that we look almost too deeply. Like the truth of the matter sort of throws things off. Like I love sports. I love playing sports. I love watching sports. I also know that it's like key to the distraction. It's key to the bread and circuses, like you said. Illuminati baseball cards are eye-opening. Yeah, but you don't even know what you're talking about. That's what I'm trying to say here is like most people just don't realize it. So I'm gonna go here and I'm gonna put Liebig. Liebig trading. I mean, lie big lie. Okay, so now you're just gonna have tons of them. So here we go. Late 1800s Liebig antique Victorian trade set. Let's see if I can get some close-ups of these pictures. I mean, here you go. Look at that. Here's one that's actually in. Looks like it's in front of a pyramid. These are from the 1800s, right? Look at these cards. So not only were they made, but they were so popular that they were everywhere. Now look at this. This is what the world looked like in the 1800s. This is probably one of the best views into what the world looked like prior to photographs and cameras and all that. Are these Liebig cards? And I mean the things there's. I mean this is the 1800s, right? What are they showing you? Look at those buildings. Does that make any sense? This is one of those really wild sort of things where I mean I can't stress it enough how distracted we really are, and we don't really understand what's going on. These lie big cards, these big lie cards, they shouldn't exist. I mean, they shouldn't be as what they are, and that's what I would love to be able to do more of an in-depth look on. Is to just go through everything that's just available, not even everything that exists because we couldn't possibly find that, but everything that's just available, and you'd be shocked. You'd be so shocked by like I always tell you guys. Like yesterday, I had people come in here talking about the Holocaust. Look at the footage, all that footage. I always tell you guys, doesn't really matter what it is. Look at the background. Look at the background of whatever you're looking at, especially Holocaust footage, especially liberation footage or whatever it may be. Go look at. There's always the foreground. There's the thing that you're supposed to look at. There's the sad people, and there's probably like 20 people. But if you look in the backgrounds of these videos, it's not like you see people being tortured, beat, anything. You don't see anything. They're just nobody's in the backgrounds. And you have to ask yourself, like, these are these huge camps full of people. Why is there nobody ever in the background? Or if you do see like a huge, like a picture that's like showing like a parade or something, and it shows like a huge area, they're fake. They've been able to fake footage for a really long time. And it's that same, you have to like train yourself to do it. But look at the background of pictures. Just with 9/11, this is a great example too. With the 9/11 footage, instead of following the building as it collapses with your eyes, stay looking at the top. If you stay looking at the top of the building, you're going to see some weird shit going on. Some obviously direct energy weapon signatures, but like it's stuff like that where you're so trained to look at the picture and see what you're supposed to see that you often don't do the in-depth aspect of it. So switching subjects, I wanted to do a look at Thanksgiving. I wanted to know what we're supposed to believe. And I remember, making the goofy hand turkeys and Indian headdresses and shit like that. And I remember the base story of the Thanksgiving, but I don't really remember the full thing. And as I was watching the latest video from Breakout Cards yesterday, he was highlighting not just Thanksgiving, but characters associated with Thanksgiving. And Somerset or something like that was a guy that was really integral to Thanksgiving and the Pilgrims. But you see these like like Somerset, right? There's probably 4 or 5 versions of this card. And every single version is the exact same image. It's just, it's been flipped, or maybe the colors are a little different, or something along those lines. And to me, where most people will be like, oh, well, blah, blah. I'm going to say, well, clearly this is how they did it. This is part of their narrative, their fake bullshit. They don't care enough about what we think, or even think that we'll be smart enough to see through it, that they would give us a whole bunch of different images. They just give us the same image because we're too stupid to be like, hey, that's the same image. And it's because they made the narrative up. They created these characters like Squanto, Somerset. They created all these goofballs. I always thought it was weird growing up that, I'd be shown these pictures of, the oldest pictures you could find of natives, of Native Americans and Indians. And there's always like the chief, and he's got his big headdress, and he's sitting there, and there's all these. And I just used to think, like, why would Indians trust pictures? Why would Indians trust the white man to take their picture? Why would they do it? What would they do it for?
He wants attention. He doesn't want to go outside.
Hey, don't let him out. So, Thanksgiving is a national holiday celebrated on various dates in October and November in the United States, Canada, St. Lucia, Liberia, and unofficially in countries like Brazil and Germany. What? Did you know that? Did you know that it was celebrated on different days?
No. Why would Germany have a Thanksgiving? It's the Native Americans and the Pilgrims that...
Brazil? Liberia?
They had pilgrims there?
It is also observed in the Australian territory of Norfolk Island. It began as a day of giving thanks for the blessings of the harvest and of the preceding year. Various similarly named harvest festival holidays occur throughout the world during autumn. Although Thanksgiving has historical roots in religious and cultural traditions, it has long been celebrated as a secular holiday as well. Observed by Austria, Brazil, Canada, Germany, Liberia, St. Lucia, Switzerland, United States.
But Charles was celebrating, right?
Nope, he didn't say anything about it. I mean, he knew about it. He didn't say, oh, we're celebrating.
That's weird.
Subnational entities. Subnational. Norfolk Island in Australia and territories of the United States.
Well, Australia
What are
makes sense 'cause
territories
they
of the
had
United States?
Criminal pilgrims, right?
I don't know. Territories of the United States are subnational administrative divisions and dependent territories overseen by the federal government of the United States. Look, the trolls must have the day off.
They're shopping.
I'm 15 minutes in and I only have 3 viewers.
It's Black Friday.
That's crazy. Let's do a quick reset and see what happens. Just to see. Hope you come back. Just to see. Pedophiles, kill yourself.